You've been told many times that something inside you is damaged, weak, or not enough. But the truth is far simpler and much kinder: you are not broken. You are a human being in transition. Every emotion you've ever felt, every moment of confusion, every fear you hold close is not a sign of damage, it is a sign of depth. Your soul responds to life, and sometimes that response looks like tiredness or sadness. But that doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you've lived, and you've felt. Healing begins the moment you stop fighting yourself. When you soften. When you breathe. When you allow who you are to exist without judgment. Nothing about you needs fixing. There are moments when the heaviness inside you feels too much to hold, and you wonder why you're the one carrying so much. But much of the weight on your shoulders is the leftover pressure of expectations, old scars, and roles you were forced into long before you understood yourself. You weren't meant to carry all that forever. You weren't meant to bury your pain and pretend you're unaffected. You weren't meant to be strong all the time. The world handed you burdens before it taught you how to breathe through them. But now, you are learning. You're understanding your reactions, your patterns, your silence. You're realizing that letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. There are moments when the heaviness inside you feels too much to hold, and you wonder why you're the one carrying so much. But much of the weight on your shoulders is the leftover pressure of expectations, old scars, and roles you were forced into long before you understood yourself. You weren't meant to carry all that forever. You weren't meant to bury your pain and pretend you're unaffected. You weren't meant to be strong all the time. The world handed you burdens before it taught you how to breathe through them. But now, you are learning. You're understanding your reactions, your patterns, your silence. You're realizing that letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. There was once an old clay bowl that had developed a long crack down its side. The owner almost threw it away, thinking it was useless. But one day, he filled it with seeds and water and placed it near the window. Over the next few weeks, little plants began to grow through the crack, reaching toward the sunlight. The crack, once seen as a flaw, had become the only place where new life could enter. That bowl wasn't broken. It was simply open to growth in places that others didn't understand. You, too, have cracks, places where life didn't go as planned, where you felt hurt or incomplete. But these cracks let light in. They let transformation in. They let new life emerge. The version of you that exists today is strong, but some parts of that strength were born from necessity, not choice. You learned to stay quiet to keep peace. You learned to work harder than you should because you feared falling behind. You learned to hide your emotions because someone taught you they were too much. But you do not need to stay as this survival version of yourself. You can soften now. You can breathe now. You can become a version that lives instead of just survives. Healing begins the moment you stop lying to yourself about what you feel. You don't have to be okay when you're not. You don't have to be strong every moment. You don't need to explain your emotions to anyone. Your heart is speaking, and sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is listen. Listening to your heart is not selfish. It is survival. It is clarity. It is liberation. Life is shaping you in ways you may not see yet. You're learning to let go of people who drain your soul. You're letting your boundaries finally speak for you. You're unlearning habits that kept you stuck. And all of this is growth, gentle, powerful, undeniable growth. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. There was once a young tree that grew in a place where the winds were harsh. Every storm bent it almost to the ground, and the other trees pitied it. They thought it would break. But the little tree stayed flexible. It bent, swayed, and adjusted, even when the storms returned again and again. Years later, when a powerful storm struck the forest, the rigid trees snapped, but the flexible one survived. Not because it was stronger, but because it learned how to bend without breaking. You are that tree. Every storm you've survived has taught you how to bend, not break. Strength is not hardness, it is flexibility. You've spent too long believing that your past defines you. But your past is only a story, not a sentence. You can rewrite the meaning of every memory. You can choose what parts you carry forward and what parts you release. You are free to become someone new. Your past made you wiser, not weaker. It made you deeper, not damaged. You are stepping into a version of yourself that is more aligned, more aware, and more at peace. Nothing in you is broken. Not your heart. Not your spirit. Not your soul. You are simply becoming who you were always meant to be. Trust this journey. Trust this softness. Trust this new beginning.